Howdy, folks. Howie here. Howie Cat. Hope you enjoyed that little slideshow preview. That's some of the artwork from Calico sent to me from Sigma Comics. They wanted me to add it if I could, and I'm not really a big, I don't know how to do that very well. It was my first time trying a slideshow, but and talk about a few things here. First of all, this book is good. It's a really good book, really worth your time. It's inexpensive. It's not the world's greatest quality of paper, which is perfectly fine. You're not looking to collect this thing. It's a new, I mean, there's a chance, always a slight chance, that this Calico is going to be optioned into a motion picture, and then these books will be super rare. But those are always chances. But I just read it to read it. And for what impresses me about this company, first of all, I've told this before in Calico 1 and Calico 2, but they didn't reach out to me. I got a mass mailing of some sort. Maybe based on my comic book purchases, maybe based on my channel. I don't know. But I'm sure it was a mass mailing that they found through some sort of comic book, mail, email buy of some sort. Big deal. So I got it and I looked at it, and they sent a free digital copy of number 1. And, number 1 was relatively cheap, $2.99. Plus $1 shipping or whatever. That's really cheap for a comic book. And I said, I'll give it a try. I'm going to read the whole book. I read it and I liked it. And I told them, and I made a review. And they've started reaching out to me since then. With this last one, they've sent me issue 2 and 3 for free. Disclaimers. It's not a paid promotion or anything. I mean, I'm paid in a comic book, I guess. But, and they sent some images. They've been watching my reviews, and I think that's kind of cool that the company really cares about what's happening in social media and trying to promote this book. It's a true independent company. This is the only book they put out right now. It's a true grassroots. Yeah, I mean, they're the type of people, when I would go to a convention called APE, the Alternative Press Expo, they're the people I would have stopped and talked to for a while and then bought their books and tried them out. I like those types of things. They were never anything, they were just always something different, something in the world of comics that isn't DC, it isn't Marvel, it isn't even Image. It's just some people with their own passion. And these people's passion happens to be animal abuse. And this book is really strongly against animal abuse. I'm going to warn you, it is graphic, it is violent, it is horrific. The artwork is quite nice. I do find the cover kind of awkward, just his stance, but that's not really. But the artwork reminds me of Steve Dillon. But we start off on page 1 with the hero per se. He's an anti-hero, whatever, because he comes in and cuts the guy's leg right off, trying to find out who's fighting dogs. And what we have is their money going towards different rescues. There's no other ads in it except for animal rescue centers. And so the story goes on. Mostly it's, there's that beautiful picture of Queens you saw in the intro. I love that. That's a really detailed drawing, and that looks like Queens. That really does. And, the dirty boxing gym, they're trying to find out who's killing these, or who's fighting these dogs. You get a lot of character build. I'm not going to go through this too much. It will be a little bit of a spoiler towards the end. There's some pills on the street. We're not going to get into every detail about the story. These are all parts of the things that are within the story building. The basic story here in this one, because it is 8 parts to the whole story, so we're going to have stuff happening all the way through it till we get to the end. The main thing is he's looking for this guy towards the end, which is a dog fighter. And he finally meets up with the guy. And I'm going to spoil this. I think it's such a cool ending. Is he gets the guy and he decides he's going to decide who the dogs like better, him or the master. Will he attack me, or here goes nothing? And of course, when we change the page, we see our reporter girl. No, we see who the dog likes best, and yet another Animal Welfare Institute ad. I'm not going to say that this book is amazing. I can't. I will say it's really good. It's really worth your money. And yes, it is rated M with explicit content. It's worth your money, and as a company, they're worth supporting. I'd like to see this get to issue 8. I'd like to see them finish this story. I don't know if they can, because it's not easy producing stuff like this on your own. I hope they make it. I have no reason to think they won't, because I've heard nothing but that they will. But it's the world of comics is a tough world. Anyways, that's Calico. I recommend you give them some support. Check out their website. At least download one of the free downloads. Do something like that. I'll put the link to Sigma Comics in my description. And thank you, folks. Have a good one.